So 80s, yes, got a no from me. But as I dive back into the 70s catalogue, let's just hope I don't want it to be over too soon before it is. Hey, and welcome to Acting is Reacting, or welcome back if you've joined me before. Some of you will recall my reaction to Leave It from Yes, which obviously is 80s Yes, and I wish I had left. Yeah, that one didn't quite do it for me. And it did end up being one of my most watched videos, but also by far my least liked. Yeah, look at that like ratio compared to the channel average. Ouch, basically. So help me out, redress the balance, give this video a thumbs up now. Huh. Right, so today I am diving back into 70s, yes. Now, I had thought about tackling the 22-minute epic The Gates of Delirium from Relaya, which of course is celebrating its 50th anniversary. But after reading some of your comments last time, maybe I'll come back to that one. But today I'm turning to the album Closer instead, which is To Be Over. But still the 50th anniversary, so therefore a 50-year flashback. 50-year flashback! And it's 9 minutes, so it's still a long song listen along. Great. Now, before we dive in, I do know some 70s Yes, and I've seen Yes in action this century. So I know the Fragile and Close to the Edge albums not super well, and I'm not that wild about them, if I'm honest, which I always am. That's why I get in trouble sometimes. Anyway, I'm cautiously optimistic that this one will be up me alley, so let's see. This is Yes, To Be Over. Wish me luck, and I wish some right back at you. Here we go. Pretty so far. And I do have the lyrics up on Spotify for when they kick in, whenever that might be. Struggling a bit with John's vocals, as usual, I have to say. It is what it is. But musically, I like it. This isn't normal for Steve Howe, is it? That's tasty. All right, that was Yes with To Be Over, and well, did I like it more than Leave It? Uh, just a little bit, or a lot, in fact. Did I love it overall? Both yes and also no. Musically, gorgeous. Uh, just my sort of thing, and I'm not always the biggest fan of Steve Howe, but what he played here was wonderful. And of course, we have Patrick Moraz on his only Yes album, contributing a pretty tasty solo as well. And Chris Squire throughout his incredible self. Then on top of that, there's the vocals, and I'm sorry, I really am, but John Anderson just doesn't work for these airs. I can't get into him at all. That happens. I'm sure you've got singers that you don't like, and that stops you liking the music that they sing, even if that music is good. To the point where John Anderson sings backing vocals on a Toto track. Comment down below if you know which one it is. There's a version where they accidentally left his vocals off, and guess what? It's the one I like. He's got his own style, but yeah, it grates on my ears a bit. Sorry, as I say, the unvarnished truth is what you get here. I could lick everybody's bums and say that's the most amazing thing in the world, and aren't they just perfect? But if it's not what I think, it's not what I'm going to say. Oh, hey. But I'm glad to have listened to that, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to the Gates of Delirium, but you never know. As I mentioned in some of the comments on the previous Yes video, there are Yes albums I like. Drama and Fly From Here. John's not on them. I thought I would just like Yes without John Anderson, but as it turns out, I only like Yes without anybody called John because the more recent albums haven't done much for me either. Not that I listened Beyond Heaven and Earth because that put me to yeah. Hey. Anyway, worth checking out, worth taking a chance on. Um, don't switch your previous like to dislike, and as you did the last time around, feel free to tell me how wrong I am. I don't mind. I can take it, and I appreciate your point of view. You've been listening to this for 50 years and probably loving it, so good on you. Not to say I didn't like it because, as I say, musically, bloody lovely. Um, but the vocals are a sticking point, and unless there's a version without them, and I'm probably not going to hear this one again. But hey, I am glad to have checked it out, and we'll leave it there. Oh, I said leave it again. Woohoo! Hopefully you're big enough and old enough to be able to hear someone saying something that you don't entirely agree with and not hate them for it. But if not, and you like 80s, yes, whatever you do, don't go over there and watch my Leave It video because you'll be really angry. If you are more open-minded, check it out or head the other way and see something else that YouTube thinks you would like. Either way, I sincerely hope it's only bye for now and not for long.
Acting is reacting. This does not mean acting again.